Welcome to this weekend Lugnuts Weekly, where the Lugnuts are turning Jackson Field into a place where opposing teams apparently need a permission slip to win. This week, Breyson Guedes launched baseballs into Lansing Night. Pedro Pineda decided 3 hits weren't quite enough, and Jared Davis showed up and immediately started driving in everybody he could find. Then the pitching staff slammed the door with back-to-back shutouts to finish the week. Your host, Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. And Jesse, we've got power, speed, pitching, defense, streaks, and a whole lot of winning baseball to unpack. So settle in, because the Lugnuts are making plenty of noise. Jesse, how are you this week?
I'm great, Booney. What's up?
Lugnuts take 5 out of 6 at Jackson Field. They looked impressive. Let's start with the guy I want to talk about. 17th round pick out of V-Tech. Seemed like he just all of a sudden got drafted, got jumped up to high A Lansing, then all of a sudden just made an absolute impression.
Yeah, how about this? So Ali Camarillo moves up. Jared Sprague-Lott moves up. So send us someone. And I'm anticipating maybe we'll get a player from Stockton. We don't. We get Jared Davis out of the Arizona Complex League. And his first game, immediately doubles. First pitch that he sees, and then he singles, and he walks, and he drops down a sacrifice bunt, and this is what he did in his second game.
Because he's crouching tiger, hidden dragon down there at the plate.
Look at that stance.
He was a dragon yesterday, single and a double in his debut. And he punches it fair up the first base side. Base hit for the right field corner. Bucciero scores, Reinisch scores, Dylan Fien around to score! Jared Davis clears the bases!
Pitch home. It's a shot down that first base side. It is dropping in. Bezzetta can't get there. 2 more coming in. Jared Davis, 2 for 2. He keeps on hitting. 6-0 Nuts.
Chased the cat all around the house trying to get some cuddles. And
Davis snubs it left of the mound. This is tough. Third baseman Weingartner charging in. The throw is late. And Jared Davis is 3 for 3. Beats out the infield single. A day after he went 2 for 2 in his Lugnuts debut, he has opened up his Lugnuts time 5 for 5.
good grief, that's bananas.
Samuel Dutton's 75th pitch. A line shot right side, diving play. Davis knocks it down, and then lunging, he got the throw to first.
Wow.
There's one gone. Give Davis a star on the scorecard.
Put him in the Lansing Lugnuts Hall of Fame right now. There isn't
That's a
even
great
a
line.
Lugnuts Hall of Fame, but there needs to be one created because this guy is having the greatest start in the history of any Lansing Lugnut. I mean, he's got to be. This is insane what he's doing.
He's got 5 hits in his first 5 at-bats. He's knocked in 5 runs today.
Jesse, 8 for 15. He drove in 5. He stole a couple bases. You know, looking at those highlights, he reminds me a little bit, again, in just seeing those highlights, a little Jacob Wilson, kind of the inside out, getting it to right field, that sort of thing. He's a middle infielder. Tell us a little bit about Jared Davis. I'll be honest. Obviously, I saw the A's drafted him. It was a late round pick, 17th round, played in the ACC. What's he like?
He's a blast. When you're around him, he brings energy. He's positive. He's easy to immediately like. I would call him magnetic. And then when he gets into a game, he's swinging immediately. If you give him something good to hit, that bat is coming around. But we've also seen him draw some walks. So he's not going to chase for you. He told me that he learned his batting stance from his dad. He has an older brother playing independent baseball. His dad had worked with him on this stance. And you see, every time he steps into the box, he measures with his bat across home plate. Where do I want to stand? Gets that deep crouch. And he told me that he brought back the crouch in the complex league just to see if it could be more effective for him. And he was effective for us.
8 for 15, absolutely was on fire. The other guy I want to talk about that seemed, he's been around and we've known about him. And it seems like he had possibly one of his better weeks in a Lugnuts uniform, and that's Pedro Pineda. 7 for 18. He had a home run. He had a triple. He had a double. He stole 2 bases. He walked 5 times. What's Pineda like? It seems like his power is what he's known for. What's his upside? We've known about him, obviously. He's been in the Lugnuts uniform all year. Where do you see him going, and were you surprised at this outbreak?
The A's signed him for a ton of money out of Santo Domingo Norte. So
Okay.
He's been on the prospect radar since he got signed as that international free agent. And then he just wasn't blossoming. He seemed stuck in Stockton. And then last year, he finally got up to Lansing by the end of the year. There were some injuries right as he was really breaking through. And then this year, anticipating a big season ahead, well, there's off-field sorrows. His dad suffers a stroke. His dad passes away. He's wondering, do I still want to play baseball anymore? Well, now, here at the end of the year, the Lansing lineup has promoted how many guys up to Double-A Mid-League who are doing great? Pedro, I'm sorry, man. This is your team. And they put him in the leadoff spot, and he has taken over. Here's a quick reel for you.
As the season's gone on, really finding his groove and finding himself. 1-1 pitch. Hammered out to left. Did he find this homer? It is off the top of the wall and still in play. Ferraro feeds it in towards second base, backed up by first baseman Hernandez. It's a leadoff
Sacramento would have been out of
Pineda.
the freaking on the
Off
freeway.
the top of the 20-foot tall wall.
The tall wall robbed him.
Payoff to Pineda. Swinging a shot out to center. Yardley Pena's gone back. That ball is over, is heading off the wall. Davis scores, and Pineda has his second double of the ball game. The Lugnuts lead 1-0.
Well, hello there as we start the third inning. This pitch is whacked out to center field. Pedro Pineda gliding to his right, takes it away. And there's your first out. Yordalene Pena taken care of. 3-1. This is lifted out to shallow right field. But Trutz is coming in, sliding, and he can't get there, and it gets beyond him. Pineda is speeding around first. He is over towards second, cruising towards third. But Trutz's throw is cut off, and there you go, Pedro Pineda.
Wow.
Doing it again.
Is he kind of a five-tool guy, Jess?
Exactly. That's why I was like, I need to show Booney all the different things that he's capable of. So you see the power. The bat speed is tremendous. And that was one of the big adjustments for him is they said, with how quick your hands are and your bat speed, you should not be getting beat by fastballs. If a pitcher throws you a fastball, meet that pitch. And that's been a big change for him. And he's been better against all the sliders that he's been getting. The speed in the outfield has been awesome. Yesterday, there were a couple of balls to deepest right center that I need to cut up and share because he was on his horse, didn't dive, got there on the run, and you're going, this man, he can cover some ground. You mentioned the homers, so it's power, it's speed offensively, defensively. There's a lot that he can do, and he's still only 22.
Brian Arendt, who was a 2025 late-round pick, a defensive first catcher, seems to all of a sudden be showing off the bat, and he did so in Stockton as well.
Gabe Ortiz, the roving catching coordinator in town from the A's, was with Lansing all this past week, so I picked his brain. I asked him about everybody. Tell me about Bear Madliak. Tell me about Alex Sosa. Tell me about Ramon Landaeta. Loves Landaeta. Loves Landaeta. And we talked about the guys in the upper part. Just talking about the A's catching right now. About Brian Arendt. Best arm in the organization as a catcher. Throws 97. What they're looking for from him is, my guy, you just got to prove that you can hit. You just got to hit. So this week, he hit. And I've got a home run for you to watch. And all I'm going to say to preview it is, does this guy have some power or what?
Someone's got to come through with the swing if they're going to get back into this game.
They have not retired Arendt today. He has walked. He has singled. And now in the bottom of the sixth, he runs to left. And it's going to be his first home run. There it goes. He takes the round trip tour. And the Nuts are back in the ball game.
Come on, Jesse. Don't do that to me.
Aren't you glad that Brian Arendt just torched one 408 feet? A 3-run shot. And it's the Chiefs 5 the Nuts 4. First,
Oh my God.
96-mile-an-hour fastball, and there it went.
Jesse, 13th rounder out of Wilmington last year, was drafted as a defensive catcher like you mentioned, and it seems like his bat's coming around. What's your thoughts of him? And you guys have just had him for a few weeks now, I would say. I think 3 weeks now.
Yes, he and Logan Save joined us at the exact same time. They dropped Carlos Franco and Ben Newton down to Stockton, and they sent us Arendt and Save. And for a little bit there, the two of them were providing fine defense, and neither one could hit. And then Logan Save started to hit to go along with that good D. And so when they needed a catcher in Double-A, sure, send up Save. And Brian Arendt, this past week, this was the best he's looked offensively. This was as comfortable as he's looked. He's really been pressing on the offensive side. And you could just tell him take a deep breath and let the at-bat come to him. And if he can hit to go along with that defense, okay then.
Yeah, no kidding. Absolutely. Dylan Fien. Seems like he's had his first good week in a long time. He struggled this year in general. At the same time, to be fair, he's been hampered with some injuries. He's been moving around all sorts of positions. Do you see him as a long-term catcher, or is he going to kind of fit into that first base catcher type role?
I think it's too soon to tell. He joins us at the start of the year. He is the youngest player on the team. He's younger than Steven Echeverria. And then, after a nice start to the year, then things got to be tough. And
right.
April and May, and you're starting to see, okay, now things are starting to catch up with him, but he's putting in the work. He had some walk-offs, and you're going, all right, things are moving in the right direction. And that's when he gets hurt, and he has a prolonged stay down in Arizona. When he comes back, you can tell things are not right again. The timing is off. He's fighting himself again. He's getting a little bit frustrated. Now, as you pointed out, these past couple of weeks, things have looked a lot better at home plate. So I've been happy to see how he's finishing the season. I expect him to be back in Lansing next year, but this has been nicer for him after the different challenges that he's faced this year. Hey, he's finishing the season on the right track. He's just still so young.
Yeah, he certainly is. Absolutely. He got drafted just in 2024 was a high school kid. So yeah. What was he? Is he just 20 years old, 21 years old?
20. He's 20.
20.
And so this offseason, the big key for him is put on some muscle, really hit the gym.
Jesse, you've seen two of the top, what a lot of people consider as the top two offensive prospects in the A system, and Devin Taylor and Leo DeVries. What most people think is number 3 is Breyson Guedes. 9 for 26 this week. He had 2 home runs in 1 game, 3 runs, 4 RBIs. He's not striking out. When he was in Stockton earlier on this year, he was striking out at 30 to 40% rate. Compare him at the plate to Taylor and DeVries.
Devin Taylor is scientific. Devin Taylor is a practiced hitting mind who stands up there, who knows himself, who knows the strike zone, who knows the pitcher, and so you can just see everything about him is a honed craft. Very cerebral. Breyson Guedes is up there swinging a bat. It was in a bat that he had on Sunday where every single pitch, it must have been 6, 7 straight pitches, he swung at every single one. And the pitcher's just emptying the bag. Here's a mid-90s fastball. Okay, right. You fouled that off. Here's a curve. You fouled that off. Here's a slider. Fouled that off. Let's go changeup. You fouled that off. Let's go fastball top of the zone. You fouled that off. Let's go changeup bottom of the zone. Fouled that off. Pitcher goes curveball once again, and he hits it 104 miles an hour into center field. He's swinging at everything right now. He did draw another walk. Like, that's the sort of thing. It's going to get better and better as he learns where is his pitch, where isn't his pitch. But he's just got the ability to hit anything anywhere. And so why not swing at it? He's an 18-year-old who's playing with.
Is he still 18 years old?
18.
Oh my God. I don't know why I had it in my head. He was like 19, 20.
No, he's 18. Okay. So I've got a couple of home runs for you to watch. And I want you to see 2 things. Number 1, the power is already there and it's going to get better. Look at this gorgeous swing.
Look at that. That was down and in.
To right field, to
That's
the
what I mean. He hits it wherever you pitch it, and he hits it hard.
3-run bomb for Breyson Guedes, his 2nd home run of the game.
and the Lugnuts are back in the lead.
How do you pitch
It's
to
his
this
coming
guy?
out party tonight. He has announced himself with authority twice against Peoria.
Both of them to that right field corner.
Well, you need to hit it high to get it over the 23-foot tall wall. And it was plenty high and plenty far.
Boom.
Yeah. Hey, Jesse, is Jackson Field considered one of the harder parks? Is it considered more of a pitcher-friendly or a hitter-friendly park?
No, it's a hitter heaven. It's a great hitter's ballpark.
It is.
That was why it was so cool that the Lugnuts didn't
That'll do
allow
it
any
for
runs
Mr.
over the
Infante.
weekend. Look at
Former
this.
sheriff's deputy.
Oh, man.
High fly ball deep to right field.
That is
back
beautiful.
to the track, to the wall, and out of here. Solo home run to right field for Breyson Guedes, his first of the season with the Lugnuts. And Lansing takes the lead 1-0.
What a beautiful swing. You said it.
People are expecting big things from the 18-year-old, and that was a big, big swing for his first home run here in High A to visit Lort Street.
It is very reachable. And he did all of that and then some. Big, big swing by Breyson Guedes.
Devin Taylor, 3 years in college. Breyson, 18. That's the difference. You can tell the guy who he's been around, he's put in time and energy and work and a ton of like student. And then you can tell the kid who's gone, all right, give me my pitch.
Now, more on the flip side of that coin, and somebody that I've talked about a lot. He had a rough week this week, 3 for 20, a run score. He struck out 9 times, and that's Daniel Bucciero. What's your thoughts of him since he's been up with Lansing?
You know what was fun for me for Daniel Bucciero this week was I thought that his defense was exceptional. So he drew walks. Yeah, they pitched him great. And so, as you said, there were strikeouts, and he didn't collect hits, but of those 3 hits, he had some big RBI singles. He had an RBI single to win a game 1-0. So I don't know. I feel like with him, I'm patient. He still feels raw. I remember when he first joined us, and I told you, oh, he's got some work to do base running. He's got some work to do defensively. Here, let me share with you just a little hint of what his defense is like, where I go, I think he's capable of some really cool things.
2-1, hitter's pitch. Ground ball down to third.
Wow.
Difficult hop for Bucciero. Stayed right with it and got him at first.
See that ball jump?
I sure did.
I was talking to a scout who goes, I just saw Major League defense at third base today. He made 2-3 great plays at third base. All the while, we've seen already that bat, big.
Yeah, it is.
So this is, he's the perfect high A prospect. Okay, so we've got some work to do hitting-wise to get more consistent. We've got some work defensively to get more consistent. He's capable of big-time things.
Before we get to the pitching, there's a couple guys that recently got promoted. And usually when we see a promotion, any type of promotion, there's a week of lag time where it takes the player to kind of catch up to that next level. Well, that wasn't the case with Ali Camarillo and Jared Sprague-Lott. Jared Sprague-Lott, 5 for 15. He had a bomb. He stole 3 bases. He scored 3 runs. He drove in 2. He doesn't strike out barely at all. And Ali Camarillo, same thing, 8 for 22, scored 4 runs. He drove in 5. He had a home run. Were you surprised when you saw how they did in their first week in Midland?
They were asking Lansing to carry the offense. And now up in Midland, hey, bed down to the order, have some fun. I love it. They're
Me
playing
too.
the pressure off. They're playing at a higher level. They know that eyes are on them, and they both are capable. I mean, Ali Camarillo, we already know he's got a major league glove, and it's just all about the bat and putting everything together. Jared Sprague-Lott opened up the season with Lansing, and he was bad. Let's not forget that. And they dropped him down to Stockton to get his groove back. And once he did figure things out with Cooper Goldby and Darryl Kennedy and Stockton, then he was able to come back up to Lansing. So to see a guy get punched in the mouth, respond, recover, put in the work, and now he's up in Double-A. I love seeing what those two guys are doing now with the Rockhounds.
Let's get to the pitching. I think the most impressive performance of the week was Tucker Novotny, 2024, I think 18th round pick out of Minnesota, I want to say. He had 2 starts, 11 2/3 innings. He allowed 4 runs total. Left-hander, good size. What's your thoughts on Novotny?
Okay, so I think he's another Levi Kelly success story. And I'm going to share with you a Tucker Novotny highlight reel. And what I want you to understand is you're going to see a pitcher who looks like he's throwing 99, but he's not. These fastballs are generally going to be about 89, 90, 91, and we're going to talk about this. Watch him pump gas.
Swing and a miss, a strikeout, pitcher's count. Oh,
Here's check swing.
Slider outside.
He went strike 3.
Yep.
Fluid motion, too.
Casey always strikes out. Andrew Williamson strikes out, and the side's retired.
So that was on Tuesday when he was just throwing that fastball 90-91 past all of these top Cardinals prospects. Like, we're looking at the 68th overall pick in the draft, Williams.
Yeah.
We're looking at big guys. Okay. Then he comes back on Sunday, 5 scoreless innings, and he said afterward, so I showed him my fastball on Tuesday, so I struck him out with sliders on Sunday. And that's exactly what he did. Booney, he is 6 feet 5 inches tall, and he has all arms and legs. You can't pick it up. And that he does such a good job with extension that he is releasing that ball as close to home plate as he can, and it's just jumping at guys. This guy was a left-on-left reliever earlier this year who was struggling, and now he's suddenly a guaranteed gem every time out there out of the starting rotation. This has come out of nowhere.
How about Jackson Nove?
So Jackson Nove was acquired by the A's in the Junior Perez deal from the
Yes.
Chicago White Sox. Jackson Nove was an undrafted free agent from Kentucky. A great sign by the White Sox, but you put him into the Kannapolis bullpen, and it's a great K to walk ratio. And the A's go, okay, we can do something with that. And he's pitching fine in relief for Stockton. They need a starter. They put him in the rotation. We need a starter. We put him in the rotation. Fastball slider change guy. 6 feet 5 inches tall, 240 pounds. He's a hoss. And it's just understanding of when to throw which pitches and where do you throw them. It's another big lefty understanding how to pitch. And if you've got good left-handed arms, those are valuable.
Ben Hanson, you called Ben Hanson. That's the reason I'm bringing him up right now. I should put a highlight tape on you is what I should do. 5 1/3, no hit ball, 9 strikeouts. That was yesterday. Hanson, tell me about Hanson. He spent some time in Lansing. Personality. What's your thoughts again? I know we've talked about him briefly before, but again, 5 1/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, no hit ball, hard to ignore.
Well, first, let's take a step back and talk about what you and I have been doing all year.
Yeah.
We're talking about the guys. We're not talking about just the top 30 guys. We're not just talking about Devin. We're not just talking about Breyson Guedes or Steven Echeverria. We're really talking about who's showing something that could help out the A's at the major league level.
Absolutely.
Guys pitching or hitting effectively, why is that the case, and is this something we can build on? The A's get Ben Hanson in the Brett Harris deal. He is an
What a steal.
draft pick from the Red Sox out of BYU. He comes in, he's a big dude. He's got a big voice that fills up the room. Gets out there to the mound. He works kinetic, herky-jerky, energy, and he's got a huge arsenal. And now the question is, what do we do with it? But the second that he showed up with us, I'm going, this guy is pumping strikes. He's attacking, and he's got different pitches that he can work off of it. That plays, that wins, and we're seeing this attack mentality with a deep arsenal from a big guy. Oh, you got something there.
This week, Great Lakes. Now, we talked a little bit at the open off the air as far as the Lugnuts' chances to make a postseason. What do you think? You got, 12 games left? Is that correct?
13. Okay, this is the ace in our pocket. 6 games at Great Lakes. They're a half game out of first place behind West Michigan. West Michigan's hosting Peoria. We play at Great Lakes. Got to win these games. Got to take, I think, at least 5 out of 6 on the road in Midland. But if we do, because we're 6.5 games back of first, if we do to give ourselves a chance, nobody is winning in Lansing right now. Won 3 straight against Great Lakes. Took 5 out of 6 from Lake County, the good Guardians team. Just took 5 out of 6 from Peoria, the Cardinals team. Fort Wayne is coming to town. That's the Padres team. It's 7 games. There's a doubleheader in the thick of things. If there's a chance, and then the Lugnuts go into the 7-game homestand with a chance and start winning all these games, things get really interesting. But first, gotta play in a tough place. Gotta play at Great Lakes against the Dodgers prospects.
Jesse, usually when we talk about thumbnail of the week, I got a pretty good idea who it's going to be. This week, I have zero idea. Pedro Pineda, Jared Davis, Breyson Guedes, Brian Arendt, Dylan Fien, Tucker Novotny. Who do you go with?
Okay, and I can throw out Jorge Marcheco.
Jorge Marcheco had a good outing as well. Absolutely.
I think that the answer is Jared Davis. I think that the way that he burst onto the scene was so cool and so fun. Hits in his first 5 at-bats, wins a game, brings energy. I love him. And honorable mention, Tucker Novotny, 2 excellent starts. We're going to see more from the 9th rounder, Tanner Marsh. He's only made 1 start so far.
Yes.
Got the great defender in from Liberty. And on Tuesday, we're going to get a debut. We're going to get Jose Parra, a 20-year-old left-hander, is coming up from the Complex League. I've heard his arm is excellent. He's getting the first start of the series.
You think 10 out of 13, 11 out of 13 gets it done?
I'd rather take it one day at a time. Win, and then tomorrow win, and then the day after that win, and just keep on doing that.
Jesse, as always, man, thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure, brother.
Booney, thank you. Let's go nuts.